Hi everybody, it's Dara, and guess what? I'm up to my old tricks in the kitchen. I basically am doing what most of you need to do almost every day if you're making food at home. And I am making raw food. If I were introducing this dish, I would say it's raw. I would say it's definitely good for weight loss. It's good for detoxification. So guess what? You get to eat your food, chew gorgeous food that tastes delicious, pull toxins out, and give yourself more energy to exercise. So I would definitely say it's weight loss, detoxification, and beauty, because beauty comes from the inside out. Definitely. People ask me what I put on my skin. Not so loyal to any product, but I'm loyal to the kale. And this is all raw, good food. I can eat, I'm gonna tell you what's on my table because the produce is what inspires me to make whatever I'm going to make. So, I can eat, for example, all of these items on this counter raw. Brussels sprouts, yes you can. I mean, you wouldn't just bite into it, you would chiffonade it, which means slice it very finely. So I have gorgeous Brussels sprouts. Definitely, the other day I chiffonaded them into an onion saute, and it was gorgeous. You can see all of that on Snapchat and Instagram. So please join me for fun there, because every social media platform is a different vehicle for different content, right? Instagram's for pretty pictures, Snapchat's for my quick showing you what I'm using, and YouTube is for this. Facebook is now for live. I do live videos. I did a live video with Herbie, my dad, the other day. So here we go. I'm going to show you what I have. And then I'm going to shut the camera, make sure everything's washed and kind of ready to go so I can make this a little bit of a quicker video. I know many of you like to just hang out with me, and some of you like to have quicker videos, so I'm going to kind of shoot for somewhere in the middle. Do join me on Facebook Live to just hang out. Okay, so this is what I pulled out so far. Are you ready? We have carrots and a microphone. Multicolored carrots. We have ginger and turmeric. Not everybody's going to be able to find fresh turmeric. It's a root just like ginger with a plant coming out of the top. And you can do so much with this, but the greatest thing about turmeric root is that it's anti-inflammatory. So if any of you are having joint issues or inflammation of any area, that means the white blood cells are going to fix whatever it thinks it needs to fix. Our bodies are so brilliant. So if we're eating bread and it's causing inflammation, our white blood cells are overactive. So this helps reduce the inflammation. If you have a wound, you have inflammation, and the white blood cells are going there, turmeric root will help it along. I'm telling you, I started working out after a year of taking time off from Gold's Gym, and I got back in and I was like, oh my God, my hips hurt, what? And I wasn't as alkaline for some reason, and I needed my turmeric, and I had turmeric juice, and the pain went away. So that's amazing. So Herbie, my almost 88-year-old dad, has turmeric juice every day, and he's pain-free. No more spinal stenosis, no more carpal tunnel syndrome, and no more arthritis. Okay? We also have ginger, which is anti-inflammatory as well, antibacterial. It helps digestion. We have an avocado. I believe it's perfectly ripe. We have tomatoes, which have lycopene. We have chili peppers from my front garden. They're dry, and these have capsaicin. I've said it many times, but capsaicin boosts metabolism. Okay, so if you want weight loss, add spicy food. It also makes you go slower with your food because it's spicy. Also, you are busting out any germs. So love this. Love the chili peppers. I have onion, which is also antimicrobial, antibacterial. And I have red cabbage, a lot of fiber, gorgeous color. Different colors give different phytonutrients. We have lemon. I'm drinking some lemon water. We have the Brussels sprouts. We have the cauliflower, which I'm really into lately, chopping into like a rice. Okay, so you just chop, chop, chop. Or if you have a food processor, everything can go in there and be a chopped salad. But you don't need fancy tools to eat raw food. You just chop it. You take some time and chop. So we have our cauliflower. We have a little piece of tomato I used earlier and a full tomato. And the thing that is gonna make you beautiful from the inside out kale. Kale, yeah, kale. We need kale because it's fiber, it's scrubbing out the insides of our intestines, it's pulling out what doesn't belong there, things that can get stuck, you know what they are. Maybe pasteurized cheese, maybe peanut butter and white bread, whatever you ate when you were little, you need the kale to get it out. It's also chlorophyll, and it also, when people say, where do you get your protein, because I don't eat animal protein, I say, oh, in here are amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks to protein. Plenty in here, plus hemp seeds, plus tahini, plus seeds, plus nuts. Plenty of protein. So I have a whole big bunch of dinosaur kale, Jacinto kale. Now the thing is with this is you can do a number of things with this. If you don't want to eat this raw, by all means, just go ahead, chop it up, and flash steam it. Okay, you could do that. You could blend it, we can make a soup, or you can chop it up finely and mix it in and eat it raw. It's really up to you, beneficial any which way, right? So, we have macadamia nuts, I told you. So, and salt, of course, and plenty of spices. So I'm going to decide what I'm making, because I don't need you to, I can't get your opinions right now. If we were live, I could. But right now, I'm gonna figure out what to do, prep everything, and come right back. Okay, so I'm making myself laugh, and I wanted to share this with you. Really, the only difference between eating cooked food and eating raw is the decision to just deal with it raw. And dealing with vegetables raw means making them in smaller chunks, right? You could cook this Brussels sprout and eat it whole. To eat it raw, you cut off the end, peel off the outside, and you're going to want to chop it, process it, or slice it finely. That's the only difference, is just dealing with your vegetables in a different manner, cooked versus raw, and it's a decision. And usually when it's warm out, you want to make raw food. And I know I started eating cooked food. Many of you want to know the difference. Two things. One, somebody wants soups and smoothies, and I have a fantastic ebook out, so go to the link below for my soups and smoothies book. It's amazing. You want picnic food, you want food on the go, you want food for carpool, you want food for work, you want food for the gym, you want food to change your life, soups and smoothies ebook. And then somebody asked me, how do I feel about cooked versus raw? If I want to feel my most high, raw food, definitely. In the winter, or if I'm in India, I'm gonna eat cooked food, and I'm gonna be happy about it as long as it's clean cooked. Not a problem. So here I am, I'm taking the ends off the Brussels sprouts, peeling them, and I'm going to process them in the food processor. I'm going for the Lazy Girl's Guide to Raw Food, which is processing it quickly. If you can't, feel free to chop. Take the time, play some music, love your food, and chop it. I have to say, Brussels sprouts are so cute. They're like little mini fairy cabbages. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I've decided. I've decided to do everything chopped, all the veggies chopped, and then I'm going to blend a dressing. And somebody asked for Indian spices, so I'm going to do a raw. This is my first raw Indian style meal. I'm going to give Indian spices to the dressing. So we are going to deal with the veggies after. I'm going to show you how to make a dressing. Hopefully you have a Vitamix or a NutriBullet, because that way you can blend things like macadamia nuts really fine. And I would like a date or honey or agave. I'll use a titch of agave. You just have to flavor balance things out, right? So in a dressing, you need liquid, and you need, this is a cup of water. I'm gonna put in, it's probably a little bit much, so I'm gonna take out, I'll do half a cup, because we're gonna add lemon juice and, okay, that's 3/4 of a cup. 3/4 a cup of water. This is a full half cup of macadamia nuts. We'll see how thick it gets. We're gonna use a splash of apple cider vinegar. That's about a teaspoon. You can do more. If you don't have lemons, you do more, because I am going to use half a lemon. In a salad dressing, any salad dressing, you need a fat, a citrus, a bright note, right? Fat, citrus, a sweet, and a spice, like a salt, and something obviously to give it body, which is usually the fat. So we have half a lemon squeezed. I'm going to use a quarter of raw onion. It's white or yellow onion. And I feel like using a tomato. I'm gonna make it a creamy, tomatoey, spicy. We're gonna use one of my chili peppers. If you don't have your own dried chili pepper, feel free to use chili pepper according to your taste. Remember, it's hot, and if you're keeping this dressing in the refrigerator, if you make more and you wanna keep it for up to 5 days, then you know that the flavors will blossom, especially the chili pepper. So I'm throwing one in, let's see how it goes. And if it's not spicy enough, I can use chili powder. I'm going to use a quarter teaspoon of salt, approximately. Salt to taste, you can always add more. And I do have my Indian spices. Yes, I do, and I'm going to add black pepper. And here's some black pepper, quarter teaspoon. That's a lot, but I like it. I'm going to use a masala. I believe this is tandoori. You can use a teaspoon. We can always alter it, right? So gorgeous. You can use any masala you like. And I think I don't have to add powdered turmeric because I have fresh. But feel free to add as much turmeric. It goes a long way. A little goes a long way. So I just wash, here it is. Here's a nub, 2 little nubs of ginger. I washed them. It's a nice idea actually to peel them. If you were straining this, you wouldn't need to peel it, but we're not straining, so I'm just gonna peel it with the back of a spoon, the front of the spoon. It just peels the skin off so nicely, and you don't waste as much as when you cut it, right? So we'll have a little nub of ginger and a nub of fresh turmeric. Nub of turmeric, and I can blend and let you know how it goes, okay? Yes, I will do that. Right now. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. So I could add more masala, more turmeric. We want it to be yellower. Okay, so I added more masala. I added another quarter teaspoon of salt just because I added more macadamia nuts. I'm really excited about this. And I had a titch of agave, so I'll add a little more. I want it to have a super amount of flavor because it's going to go over a lot of veggies, and the veggies have a lot of water in them, and that's the whole point of eating raw food. One of the points is the hydration. And super, I don't want to say lazy woman's, but you know, this is really easy. All I'm going to do is put some kale. You can make extra. This will last at least 3 days if you keep the sauce separate, right? Your veggies will last. Just moisture is what makes veggies go bad. So, if you don't have a food processor and you love raw food, I highly recommend. Let's see if we can get this working. Why, oh why? Oh, this is on backwards. Okay, I've got it. Don't panic. Okay, so I never told you about this bowl, but I got this at Borgo in Paris. I kept this one. I have 2 of these. They're light, easy to travel with. So now we have our chopped kale. And all we're going to do is just continue chopping the veggies, and we will have a chopped salad, and then we'll put our sauce, our dressing sauce, over it. So that's how easy it is. The only thing that I'm not processing is the carrots because they were pretty colors on the inside, and I didn't want to chop them up. If you need to keep your colors separate, then rinse out the food processor. But I'm concerned at the moment. Depends how, if you need it pretty for a picture, I might like. Okay, that's good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's put in the cauliflower. smiling. I always smile when there's fresh veggies around. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I have a friend here I adore. I'm so excited because I'm around produce, and I'm so excited that I feel like making food videos. That's cause for celebration. I didn't feel like food prepping for a while, and I don't really feel like editing, but I will. So this is cauliflower rice, and if you want to get over your rice habit, add a little rice to the cauliflower, right? So now where were we? We are at the cabbage. Okay, now we get purple. We could do the Brussels sprouts next. I think we're gonna just chop them up because chiffonading them takes time. Yes, perfect. It's not too choppy. I love it. Okay, that goes on the side. So we have different greens, different color greens. So what you'll want to do is you really will, I'm doing this for visual effect, but the best thing you can do for yourself, besides get a food processor or any of the tools I favor on my website, is get yourself a big bowl, bigger than you think you need. Because when you mix, you don't want it going everywhere. No, now it's time for the cabbage. Then we put the carrots in. Then we top it with our sauce. We can have avocado as well. And that's it. That's how easy it is. Ta-da. Certainly can use more cabbage. Yes. The food processor is doing a lot of work for you, just like the NutriBullet does or the Vitamix when you make the soups and smoothies, because you don't have to be worried that you're not chewing your food so that it's liquid in your mouth, because we start digesting in our mouth, and sometimes I think we eat quickly and we forget that our stomachs can't do all that we think it can do. We need to chew very well, and that would take a lot of time. With all this fiber, you would be sitting there for a very long time, and we all don't have that kind of time to sit and chew properly. So this is my answer to that. So guess what? This is detoxifying, beautifying, weight lossing, or getting to your optimal weight, should we say, because I never really think, for me, it's about being healthy. It's not weight loss or gain. So I would like to clear this all to make it pretty for you, but I'm just going to show you. I'll certainly take a picture. What do you think? Come on, that's exciting. And when you taste how creamy and delicious this is, I don't even know what to say other than please try it. I love you guys. Get your greens on, and I will see you really soon. It's recipe week.